Good morning. Northwest starts right now, and look at our sky cover across our Tri-Cities. We do have a lot of mid and high level clouds out there filtering out that sunshine a bit, but we're at 58 degrees. Winds are very light out of the northwest this morning. We're at 52 in Yakima, 51 in Ellensburg now after bottoming out in the upper 40s this morning. 52 Sunnyside, 54 in Hermiston, now at 64 in Walla Walla, so a little bit milder there, and 55 degrees in Pendleton. Here's what you can expect on your Monday. We'll be a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. Yesterday, a lot of us in the upper 80s. Today, we should all be in the 90s, lower 90s. Ellensburg, Yakima, Tri-Cities. I do think we will see more in the way of cloud cover, that mid and high level cloudiness for the Tri-Cities and into portions of northeast Oregon, including Walla Walla into southeast Washington. 91 in Hermiston, 91 in Pendleton. You notice that 20% chance. That's for an isolated thunderstorm to develop later on this afternoon. We'll be watching that potential closely because any rain that develops will probably evaporate before reaching the ground. So hopefully we don't get any storms because we don't want any dry lightning out there with the very dry vegetation going on. We'll talk more about our fire danger coming up in a little bit. Zoe, sending it to you.
And coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, a night of illegal fireworks ends with evacuations and hospitalization. The battle to save a residential neighborhood in Kennewick. And a signature drive to recall 3 Port of Benton commissioners is underway. How the state Supreme Court is moving a recall election a step closer. Also ahead, a West Richland home is heavily damaged after an early morning fire that happened on Sunday. What crews found when they arrived.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. We thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas. Now, a rapid moving fire in Umatilla County broke out on Saturday in the 52100 block of Cayuse Road. What is being called the North Cayuse Fire has burned through approximately 4,000 acres with 9% containment. There are level 1 Be Ready evacuations in place near the fire, according to officials. Now it is burning through timber, grass, and brush. Officials said it was spreading east at one point, threatening structures. Aerial support was called in to aid ground crews, and the public is asked to avoid the area. Now heading to Kittitas County, where the Umatanium wreck fire is still active. We are working to find out the containment, but so far, the fire has consumed 12 acres. This fire also broke out on Saturday and led to initial evacuations of Umatanium Campground. And one person was taken to the hospital, and several homes were evacuated after fireworks ignited dry vegetation in a residential neighborhood in Kennewick on Saturday. Fire crews were called to East Badger Road and East Weiser Parkway just after 9:30 p.m. and a large, fast-moving wildfire was threatening several homes. According to Benton County Fire District 1, a property owner in the area says they started the fire after they were setting off illegal fireworks. It took about 2 hours to get this fire under control, and crews remained at the scene until 3 a.m. to make sure the fire wouldn't reignite. One person was hurt as they were trying to put out the fire before crews could get to the area. Their current condition at this time is unknown. Also in West Richland, a home was heavily damaged by a fire early Sunday morning. Lots of fires this weekend. Firefighters raced to their home off of Blue Heron Boulevard and Jack Snipe Court just after 2 a.m. Take a look at this. When they got to the scene, they found a camper in the driveway, a garage, and part of the home in flames. And before long, heavy smoke was pouring from a room, and there was a large fire in the backyard. Now, at this time, it is unknown exactly how the fire was started or if anyone was hurt, and we will provide updates once we get more information. Now continuing coverage here after a long-running dispute at the Port of Benton hits a major turning point, one that could put a high-profile decision in voters' hands. Apple Valley News Now Dan Hansen explains what the state's highest court just decided and what happens next.
Here at the Port of Benton, the legal fight over whether these recall efforts could move forward is over. The next challenge is collecting enough signatures to put the fate of 3 commissioners in the hands of voters this November. Washington's Supreme Court has affirmed a Benton County Superior Court ruling that allows a recall effort targeting Port of Benton commissioners Scott Keller, Bill O'Neill, and Lori Stevens to move ahead. The decision upholds a March finding that the allegations are legal and factually sufficient for voters to decide.
If you don't get by this, you don't get it, you're done. So it's as big as it can get.
The charges center on alleged retaliation tied to the suspension of former executive director Diane Howard and the termination of finance director Alicia Myers. A separate charge against Keller involving the public disclosure of a business interest was also upheld. Now the group, Citizens for a Better Port, has until August 27th to gather enough signatures to qualify the recall for the November ballot.
There's enough people out there with enough enthusiasm on this effort to get a number of people out there to get signatures and go door to door if we have to.
If enough valid signatures are collected and then sent over to the Benton County Auditor to be verified, voters in each commissioner district will decide whether those commissioners stay in office. Pratt says he believes the commissioners should resign rather than continue through the recall process.
The attitude on this appeal was, and the argument they actually made to the court, both at the lower court and the upper court, was we can do whatever we want.
We reached out to the Port of Benton for a comment on the Supreme Court decision and have not yet heard back, but once we do, we'll update you. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
When the Supreme Court releases the exact wording for the petition, that's when Pratt says they can finally print the petitions and start collecting signatures. He expects that wording could come within a few weeks. Now over into Washington State, workplace safety officials have opened new inspections at 2 pulp and paper mills as they continue investigating the deadly tank failure at Nippon Dynawave in Longview that killed 11 workers. The Washington State Department of Labor and Industries says the new inspections involve the state's 2 other active mills that use the kraft pulping process, a Smurfit West Rock mill in Longview and the Port Townsend Paper Company mill in Port Townsend. L&I said the Nippon Dynawave mill uses caustic chemical compounds, including one known as white liquor, to break down wood into pulp for paper product manufacturing in a process known as kraft pulping. Now last week, Washington Attorney General Nick Brown's office confirmed that an investigation was beginning at Nippon. Switching into sports here, a 9-year-old from Kennewick just set the kids' world record for longest plank at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 5 seconds. And Jack Sims now has the longest recorded plank in the 7 to 9 age bracket. The previous record was 51 minutes, and he beat it by an additional 10 minutes. This all started when Jack's school held a planking competition, which he won, going for 6 minutes. And over the next 6 months, he worked his way up to over an hour of planking.
Like once I had broken it, I felt kind of like relieved and like just happy that I broke it just both ways.
Now the record for a 10-year-old is an hour and 16 minutes, and when Jack turns 10, his goal is to break that record next. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, President Trump and President Zelensky are set to meet in Turkey this week as Russia strikes Kiev overnight, the high-stakes NATO summit that could determine what comes next. And your time here is 6:08, taking a live look out into Kennewick this morning. Beautiful sunrise so far on this Monday. And when we come back with meteorologist Tiffany Savona, we'll have your first alert weather forecast on Good Morning Northwest after this.
Cue the fireworks. Fred's Appliance is lighting up this 4th of July with incredible deals. Whether you're hosting summer cookouts or tackling everyday chores, Fred's has the appliances to keep your home running strong. This 4th of July, all refrigerators are on sale. Swing in today to find all brands and all styles in stock. From the durability of Frigidaire to the innovative technology of GE, find your next refrigerator at Fred's. Shop the largest supply of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region, only at Fred's Appliance.
You don't have to go far to get away. Now open your new summer escape. Float the lazy river. Splash, slide, and stay all day. An escape made for everyone. And when you're ready, your room is waiting. Stay the night or make it a weekend. Stay, float, repeat. Family-friendly water fun exclusively for hotel guests. Book your stay today at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish.
I'm Dr. Rachel Fedino, CEO of New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics, and we're that one-stop shop where women can come to handle all of their needs, from women's health to wellness and then state-of-the-art medical aesthetics. And by popular demand, last year we expanded into Yakima because we really needed to be able to capture that volume of patients. Not only are we caring for women, but we're also caring for men.
The first treatment I did was over a year ago. I definitely had improvement in my back and some flexibility, felt better, and then luckily now that New You has brought in the EBOO 2 machine here to Tri-Cities.
This is an incredible platform that's going to help with purifying the blood and helping to reduce inflammation in the body and just help with that overall inside-out approach.
I'm not stumbling anymore. Since I've started the treatment, I haven't fallen again. I feel younger. It's just changed my whole life.
You're going to come in, you're going to get your questions answered, and you're going to be feeling better quickly.
We are the Dillows. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's talk about the UV index because it will be a little bit hotter today compared to what we saw yesterday. That UV index in that high category at a 6, which means you can burn without any sunscreen within 15 to 25 minutes. So make sure you apply that sunscreen at least SPF 30 or higher, and you'll need to reapply every 2 hours. Don't forget, I know it's hard to remember on the kiddos, especially if they're out and about at the pool or the playground enjoying and having a great time. Here's what we're expecting today for high temperatures. It won't be quite as warm to our north across the Cascades. 80 degrees for a high temperature, White Pass, 82 degrees, Stevens Pass. Then as you get into the Kittitas Valley, we do see those temperatures rise into the 90s. 91 from Cle Elum, 93 in Ellensburg, 91 degrees in Thorpe. And then into the Yakima Valley, 93 in Yakima, 93 Toppenish, 94 degrees in Sunnyside. For the Columbia Basin, 93 in Tri-Cities. Not quite to record levels by any stretch of the imagination today. 93 in Prosser, 91 degrees in Hermiston. And then looking a little bit farther south and east into the Blue Foothills, 92 in Walla Walla. We're talking about 91 in Pendleton, 89 Lexington, 88 degrees in Heppner, and 71 for high in Tollgate. Certainly cooler there in the Blue Mountains, 80 degrees Cabbage Hill. And the winds are going to be on the light side today, variable, anywhere between 5 and about 15 miles per hour. Now, we are looking at tomorrow being an alert day for an elevated fire danger. We'll detail that and give you those extended forecasts coming up in a little bit. Zoe, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. Now, going from around the world, at least 7 are dead and more than 20 others are injured in Ukraine's capital after another of the latest Russian missile attack. Now, this week, President Trump is set to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky to discuss how to end the war. We have ABC's Karen Wall in Washington, D.C. with the details.
Overnight, Ukraine's capital reeling after a deadly Russian attack. Several people were killed and dozens injured, according to Kyiv. Explosions and plumes of smoke seen across the skyline, as well as cars and buildings on fire. Before the attack, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in this video message, warns that Russia is preparing a new strike and urges allied countries for help. Saying, quote, "We must put pressure on Russia so that there is peace. Ukraine has already provided all the proposals, all the diplomatic options. We expect that during these months ahead, the conditions for decent peace will be approached by either force or diplomacy." President Trump is set to meet with President Zelensky at the NATO summit in Turkey tomorrow amid heightened security to make another push to end the war, which is now in its 5th year. In recent weeks, Ukraine has used mid-range drones to increase strikes on Crimea, trying to isolate the peninsula. The area was seized by force and illegally annexed by Russia in 2014. A Kremlin advisor says Russia continues to emphasize preference for a diplomatic settlement.
Ahead of the NATO summit referring to ending the war, a senior official says, quote, "We're hopeful that we can make progress towards doing that when the president gets together with President Zelensky, and I'm sure he'll follow up with President Putin as well," end quote there. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Just how high are temperatures going to reach this week? Are we looking into the triple digits just yet? Well, here is a live lookout into Kennewick on this Monday morning. So find out your forecast in your neck of the woods when we come back after the break.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation, and right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today, 509-851-0669.
Blue Compass RV is celebrating America's 250th. During our Red, White, and Blue Compass event, save on premium full-sized RVs from $19,900. Sleep safe, full bathroom, bunks for kids. All this and more. Hurry to Blue Compass RV.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and going that extra mile to make our communities better, please let us know. Click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
Good morning. It is 6:18 on your Monday, and we will be heating things up, especially by tomorrow, Tuesday. will be the hottest day of the work week and the next 7 days, really, with high temperatures right around 100 degrees. Tuesday, also an alert day because of the heat, the gusty winds, which will lead to that fire danger increasing. We already have a fire weather watch in effect for the entire region that could be upgraded to a red flag warning. And then Wednesday may be an alert day as well. It's still going to be windy, and we will probably still see that elevated fire danger continuing. So we'll continue to keep you posted on the latest forecast. Temperatures this morning into the 50s, almost area wide. We do have a few 60s out there. 64 in Walla Walla, 61 in Lexington, 58 in Tri-Cities, 52 in Yakima, and 52 degrees in Sunnyside. Satellite and radar showing that we do have a lot of cloud cover across portions of Idaho and Oregon. This is all due to an upper level disturbance, bringing some clouds and even some showers to portions of the Pacific Northwest. And this upper level low will bring us more clouds today and may even bring an isolated shower storm to northeast Oregon later on this afternoon. And I'll show you that with our Futurecast computer model. Notice that the clouds continue to shift from south to north, so expect more sunshine the farther north you are, more cloud cover the farther south you are. Keep in mind this is the mid and high level cloudiness kind of filtering out that sunshine from time to time. As we get past, 1, 2 o'clock, we could see a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Keep in mind, it's still very dry in the lower levels. So as far as rainfall goes, if we do see an isolated storm, we're probably not going to get much rain out of it. However, we don't want a thunderstorm developing because that will produce lightning on already dry ground, contributing to that fire danger. So we're going to hope for the best and hope we don't see any thunderstorms today. Chances are on the low side, and it's primarily across northeast Oregon. Forecast highs into the lower 90s, 93 in Tri-Cities, 91 in Hermiston and Pendleton, 92 Walla Walla, 89 in Lexington, and 93 Ellensburg and Yakima. Tomorrow we're going to bump up those highs. High temperatures a good 10 degrees above average on Tuesday. Highs around 100 in the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, 99 in Hermiston, and 98 degrees in Yakima. The winds will be increasing tomorrow. And because of that and the dry vegetation, we have a fire weather watch in effect. So that means an elevated fire danger will exist for everyone on Tuesday. And then we could make Wednesday an alert day as well, because while it's not going to be quite as hot, the winds could be a little bit stronger. So 100 degrees Tuesday for Tri-Cities. We drop it back down to average by Wednesday. It's still hot, just not quite as hot. Yakima 93 today, 98 tomorrow, with Tuesday being an alert day and then temperatures dropping back down to reality. And then Ellensburg 93 today, tomorrow that alert day. Then we're back in the 80s. Hermiston will get close to 100 degrees on Tuesday with more clouds and temperatures back in the 80s, upper 80s by the middle to end of the week. Walla Walla 92 today, 100 degrees tomorrow, and then 89 by the front on Wednesday. We'll talk more about our big weather stories coming up. So back to you.
All right, it looks like we're entering those triple digits a little bit. But when we come up here on Good Morning Northwest, one of fall's biggest movies is coming into focus. The actor taking on one of the series' most complex characters as a young man. Plus a shoestring budget with a blockbuster result. Stay with us. We're talking all the entertainment news when we return.
This summer, turn moments into lifelong memories with Broadmoor RV. Feel the thrill of adventure and the warmth of togetherness. Explore the great outdoors with the comfort of home, and let every adventure become a story worth sharing. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
We're here for those who build America.
Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow, who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Get employee pricing plus $2,000 cash back and a 5-year warranty on a 2025 Bronco Sport only at your local Ford dealer.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative materials developed for astronauts, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning, so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic.
Right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic split head king sleep systems.
Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Austin Reed, only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Welcome back to your entertainment news. Now, the Hunger Games universe is about to get even bigger, and a horror film is making Hollywood history. We have David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
They're stuck in this terrible situation, and that has such a strong bond to it.
You meet till the end, right? Hey.
To the end, sweetheart.
Meet Joseph Zada, who plays Woody Harrelson's character Hamish Abernathy as a young man in the new featurette for The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. The prequel, set in the second quarter quell, 24 years before the original film, opens in theaters November 20th.
I love you so much. A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
Audiences love Obsession. The supernatural horror film, made for just $750,000, has topped the $400 million mark in global box office, passing Sinners as the 15th highest grossing horror movie of all time. And it's still going. Obsession has remained in the domestic weekend top 10 ever since it debuted in theaters back in mid-May. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Now I can attest to how good Obsession was. I myself went and saw it in theaters twice. And the filmmaker not only had a low budget, but marketed online, which attracted audiences that don't regularly show up to the theaters, and experts say it's a model studios may replicate. All right, well, when we come back here on Good Morning Northwest, a driver trapped inside his vehicle on Highway 24. This rollover crash near Kennewick that sent one person to the hospital. Plus, after months of uncertainty and repairs, the doors are now open, who the owner of Earth Spirit Mystical Boutique credits for helping her rebuild when we come back after this.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
For just $69, get a water heater flush and a whole home plumbing inspection from Campbell & Company. Regular maintenance helps prevent costly repairs and keeps your plumbing in top shape. Visit trustcampbell.com to schedule your service today. Protect your home and save.
It's almost time for Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Thousands will win a 4-pack of Form energy drinks just by matching their ending number this Tuesday. Plus, buy one for just $1.99 with Tuesday-only pricing. Match your entire number, and you'll win other great items, including a Hydroforce kayak set. Make sure your favorite Buy Mart is marked as your home store, making it possible for you to win with your entire number. Thousands win every Tuesday on Lucky Number Tuesday, only at Buy Mart, where you just match and win.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Blue Compass RV is celebrating America's 250th. During our Red, White, and Blue Compass event, save on exceptional motorhomes from $69.9. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. All this and more. Hurry to Blue Compass RV.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield.
Best of all, you'll get access to CarShield's concierge service, who can even help you find a mechanic near you.
They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
CarShield has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and was voted America's most trusted auto protection company. It's time to call CarShield now. Call 800-242-3095.
Wendy Redmond, only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. We thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas. Now let's start this off with checking in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it looks like we might be warming up a little bit as we get into this week. What are you looking at?
Yeah, we could potentially hit 100 degrees in some areas, Zoe, tomorrow. So the hottest day of the week will be tomorrow, and tomorrow also an alert day for an increasing fire danger as well. So I'll have more on that in just a second. This morning we're starting off in the 50s and 60s out there now. At 64 in Walla Walla, 61 in Lexington, 54 in Hermiston, 58 in Tri-Cities, 52 degrees in Yakima. So very comfortable if you want to get in that morning workout outside. It's going to be very tolerable this morning compared to later on this afternoon because we are going to be a little bit warmer than yesterday. So for the Tri-Cities, we should be in the middle 80s around lunchtime, lower 90s. We'll put it at 93. And we'll see those mid and high level clouds filtering out that sunshine a bit today. Not as much cloud cover up in the Yakima Valley. Farther north, 68 degrees by 8, 87 by noon, and we're up to 92 degrees by 4 o'clock. And in Walla Walla, we will see more of that sunshine filtered out. So expect more in the way of cloud cover today in Walla Walla, foothills of the Blues, high temperatures around 91 degrees. Tomorrow, a fire weather watch in effect for the entire region. We'll break down more on this and how long it can last coming up. Zoe, back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Tiffany. Now switching gears here in Kennewick, one person was hurt after a rollover crash on Highway 240 near the Edison Street exit. The Kennewick Police Department says it happened Friday morning when a pickup truck attempted to pass another driver and crashed into two other cars. This crash severely damaged the pickup and an SUV, which trapped a driver inside his vehicle. First responders took the man to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries.
For a while there, we had to divert traffic onto the Edison Street exit from 240, and then once we were able to, they were able to open up one lane of traffic until they could get everything kind of cleared out.
As of right now, no other injuries have been reported. And continuing after months of cleanup and uncertainty following the downtown Kennewick St. Patrick's Day fire, one local business is ready to finally welcome back customers. Earth Spirit Mystical Boutique officially reopened on Sunday after spending 3.5 months repairing smoke and soot damage that was caused by the fire in the neighboring building. The owner says there were moments where she wasn't sure the business would survive.
because of our community and because of my friends who let me cry and let me vent and who encouraged me and literally physically came into the shop to help me put it back together. We're getting ready to open our doors again.
The newly refreshed shop features returning customer favorites, including its signature handcrafted candles, along with new products and 3 new employees. The owner says she hopes this reopening marks the beginning of not only a new chapter for both the business, but also the downtown community. And just in time for some summer adventures, one young leader is getting a new bike thanks to Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts program.
Just thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
This is Caudalie, an incoming 6th grader who is excited but also a little nervous to start middle school. She says she's ready to ride her new bike with her cousins and visit her grandma in the park. Caudalie is very involved at the Pasco Boys and Girls Clubhouse.
Well, I've been at club for like almost 7 years. It's a really good experience for me.
Our leadership group called Niños Poderosos, she participates in folklorico group dances. She does cheer, she'll do intramural, so she is a very active member in our clubhouse.
Caudalie's new bike is made possible by the Columbia Basin Oral Maxillofacial Surgeons in Kennewick, who also gave her a generous bag of goodies. It is CBOM's 2nd time sponsoring a bike with Young Hearts. Representatives say it's all about giving back.
We want to see that kind of youth leadership, and so we want to encourage that, and we want to give back to those who are doing that. And our youth today need friends, and they need people who stand up and build one another.
Businesses interested in sponsoring a bike for another deserving kid can contact the Apple Valley News Now team for more details. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, FIFA reserves a red card suspension for a U.S. star player following a personal call from President Trump. What it means for tonight's match against Belgium. We're taking a live look out into Kennewick this morning. It's looking like clear skies so far. Just exactly how hot will we get today and the rest of the week when we come back with your weather forecast after the break.
Only one station is on your side.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow. Feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy a gallon of Clark & Kensington or Royal paint and get the second one 50% off.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The sale of the season is here. It's the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on sofas and sectionals, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Check out Hot Buys before they melt away. Celebrate America's 250th birthday with select items priced at only $250. Plus, get 60 months no interest. But don't wait. The fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
This time of year, dangerous storms pop up, bringing rain, wind, and lightning.
And many times, that lightning causes wildfires, some of which change lives forever.
This is just one reason to trust First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
With cutting-edge technology and the experience of our team, trust us to help keep your family safe this wildfire season.
On air, online, and mobile with our First Alert Weather app.
First Alert Weather.
Only one station.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Good morning, Northwest continues on this Monday after a long holiday weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed it. The weather was on the hot side, that's for sure, when we saw 90s on Saturday for the 4th of July. We dropped down into the upper 80s yesterday, and today we're going to be back into the 90s, and that warming trend continues. We're at 58 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities. Notice that we do have a fair amount of mid and high-level clouds out there. That'll be the case throughout the day, so we will see more of that filtered sunshine look as we go throughout your Monday. But here's what you can expect in the Kittitas Valley. Winds will be rather light today, anywhere between 5 and about 15 miles per hour. 91 for your high in Cle Elum, 93 in Ellensburg. And then into the Yakima Valley, we're forecasting 93 in Yakima, Union Gap, and in Toppenish. Sunnyside may touch 94 degrees. 93 in Prosser, Tri-Cities, Benton City, potentially 94. And we're looking at 91 degrees for your high in Hermiston. And then along the foothills of the Blues, we're talking about lower 90s. 92 Walla Walla down through Milton Freewater, 91 in Pendleton. And you got to keep in mind, we may see an isolated shower or thunderstorm develop in places like Pendleton or Heppner, Lexington, Milton Freewater, because of an upper level disturbance that will be moving across the states or the Pacific Northwest today. So slight chance for an isolated thunderstorm. Keep in mind, any rain that develops will probably evaporate before reaching the ground. So we're hoping we don't see any of these dry thunderstorms develop, but there will be a possibility across northeast Oregon later on today. Some of us could hit 90 tomorrow. We'll let you know who, or 100 tomorrow, that should be. We'll let you know who coming up in a little bit. Zoe, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Now into sports. To the surprise decision affecting the World Cup, one of the star players for the U.S. has suddenly been cleared to play tonight, despite a previous suspension. The question now, was he cleared to play because of President Trump's intervention? Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
This morning, questions being raised after word that President Trump asked FIFA to review the red card penalty given to U.S. men's soccer star Folarin Balogun. Last week, this controversial foul on a Bosnian player led to Balogun receiving the red card. He was ejected and was suspended from the next game, which is tonight against Belgium. Many experts were quick to call the red card undeserved, but FIFA insisted teams cannot appeal red cards. Presidents, however, apparently can. Sources say President Trump called FIFA President Gianni Infantino and asked him to review the suspension. And yesterday, the organization made the surprise announcement, saying it would allow Balogun, the top U.S. goal scorer, to play tonight, saying his red card would now be suspended for a probationary period of 1 year. President Trump responding, "Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice." Infantino has described Trump as a friend and last year awarded him the first ever FIFA Peace Prize.
This is truly one of the great honors of my life.
Balogun's teammates are relieved.
Obviously, for us, it gives us a boost. We're really excited.
But other teams outraged by FIFA's decision.
As a
bad decision. Not good for the sport.
As for Belgium, who will now have to defend against Balogun tonight, their coach is mocking the decision, invoking April Fool's Day, saying, "I didn't know that at the World Cup, the 5th of July is actually the 1st of April. But the red card reversal is not unprecedented. Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo was given a red card just before the World Cup, which would have sidelined him for the start of the tournament. But FIFA intervened, allowing him to serve the suspension at a later date.
Now, the White House has not commented regarding President Trump's potential role in FIFA's decision. All right, well, stay with us on Good Morning Northwest. We've got your morning sprint when we come back, along with everything you need to know on this Monday morning as you're starting your week with your weather forecast. Just how hot will we be getting this week? Also, fire dangers ahead? Find out after this.
This 4th of July, your local Ford dealers proudly salute you. Hurry in. Final days of employee pricing across a full lineup of trucks and SUVs ending this weekend. You pay what we pay.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities' premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Further proof that the Nissan lineup is tested and trusted by the toughest. Hurry in to bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR on select model trims for well-qualified buyers, or get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget? Low maintenance. With no messy grout to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Keep your home's plumbing in top shape with Campbell & Company. For just $69, get a water heater flush plus a whole home plumbing inspection. Regular maintenance helps prevent costly issues and ensures your plumbing runs smoothly year-round. Whether it's extending the life of your water heater or spotting potential problems early, Campbell & Company has you covered. Take advantage of this offer today. Visit trustcampbell.com to schedule your service. Protect your home and your wallet with expert plumbing care.
This 4th of July, your local Ford dealers proudly salute you. Hurry in. Final days of employee pricing across a full lineup of trucks and SUVs ending this weekend. You pay what we pay.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreath. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Good morning and welcome back. It is 6:47 and we're sitting in the 50s for many of us. A nice comfortable spot. 58 in the Tri-Cities. We're at 64 in Walla Walla, 54 in Hermiston, 55 in Pendleton, and 52 degrees Sunnyside and in Yakima. There is an upper level disturbance bringing all of this mid and high level cloudiness to portions of the Columbia Basin and northeast Oregon. A lot of this rain not reaching the ground, but this energy could spark off an isolated shower or thunderstorm across portions of northeast Oregon as we get past 1 o'clock today. You can see a few little blips of green on the map there. Any rain would probably evaporate, not evacuate. So the potential for a dry thunderstorm is going to be there. Hopefully we don't see any of those, because a dry thunderstorm means lightning without rain, and that's certainly not a good thing with the vegetation as dry as it is. High temperatures today topping out in the lower 90s across the board, a little bit warmer than yesterday. And we're going to warm it up even more tomorrow. In fact, much of the Pacific Northwest will see temperatures at least 10 degrees above average. And some of our locations could hit the triple digits. 100 degrees we're forecasting in Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. Will certainly get close in Hermiston, 99, and 98 degrees for your high tomorrow in Yakima. Now tomorrow an alert day because the winds will be increasing. Look at these wind gusts, anywhere from 20 to 30, maybe even 35 miles per hour up in the Kittitas Valley. So when you combine the heat, the wind, and the dry vegetation, that's going to lead to a higher fire danger tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we could be looking at another alert day. It's certainly possible because the winds will be a little bit stronger, although it's not going to be quite as hot. Right now, the National Weather forecasting a fire weather watch, or putting that into effect tomorrow. So that is the day we are most concerned about. 100 degrees for a high temperature in the Tri-Cities. That alert day possible on Wednesday because of those gusty winds as well. Yakima 93 today, 98 tomorrow. Tuesday the hottest day before we drop back down to normal as we get toward the middle to end of the work week. Ellensburg 93 today, tomorrow. Then we're back down to 80, and then in Hermiston getting close to 100 tomorrow. Tuesday the hottest day, and then same for Walla Walla. We could hit the triple digits tomorrow. Now we're going to send it over to New York with a Good Morning America First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a stunning World Cup reversal. The U.S. men's national team leading scorer Folarin Balogun now ruled eligible to play in their round of 16 game against Belgium tonight. Balogun was sent off with a red card for this tackle early in the second half of the team's round of 32 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. A red card means an automatic suspension for the following game. But now FIFA citing Article 27 of its disciplinary code, saying the implementation of the match suspension is suspended for a probationary period of 1 year. This morning, the captain of the U.S. men's national team is speaking out to GMA about just how big this ruling is.
It's a boost of positivity for us, and a big boost for him because he's been playing so well.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we're counting down the hours until the U.S. takes on Belgium in the round of 16. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with Ingrezza.
#1 prescribed Ingrezza reduced TD movements by greater than 10 times, with most seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza. Ingrezza.
Now, the morning sprint.
The man charged with killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk is due in court today. The multi-day preliminary hearing for 23-year-old Tyler Robinson is an important step in Utah's court system. The judge will determine if probable cause supports the charges. Both the prosecution and defense are set to provide evidence. If the judge allows the case to proceed, Robinson will then have a hearing and a chance to enter pleas. And now the company that previously received a no-bid contract to repair the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool is being chosen to return to work on the newest needed renovations. Members of the administration, along with President Trump, have said the damage to the pool was caused by vandals gashing the lining. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum said that the government could absolutely prove the damage was caused by vandals. However, no evidence has been provided to the public to support that claim. In your health news, some canned dog food has been voluntarily recalled. The recalled products include 2 lots of Pedigree high-protein chopped chicken and duck flavor. The affected cans are the 13.2-ounce size, and the FDA says there is a risk of the dog food having hard and sharp pieces of metal and plastic in it, which could harm the dogs if they eat it. Getting into your top 5 local here, 1 person was taken to the hospital and several homes were evacuated after fireworks ignited dry vegetation in a residential neighborhood in Kennewick on Saturday. Fire crews were called to East Badger Road and East Weiser Parkway just after 9:30 p.m. Take a look at this here. According to Benton County Fire District 1, a property owner in the area says they started the fire after they were setting off illegal fireworks. Now, it took about 2 hours to get the fire under control, and 1 person was hurt as they were trying to put out the fire before crews arrived. Also now in West Richland, a home was heavily damaged by a fire early Sunday morning. Firefighters raced to the home off of Blue Heron Boulevard and Jack Snipe Court just after 2 a.m. And when they got to the scene, they found a camper in the driveway. A garage and part of the home were in flames as well. At this time, it is unknown how the fire started or if anyone was hurt. Now we will provide updates once we get more information. Plus, 3 Port of Benton commissioners are 1 step closer to facing voters over allegations of retaliation. Washington Supreme Court just cleared the way for a recall effort. It targets Scott Keller, Bill O'Neill, and Lori Stevens. The court upheld a March ruling that charges against the 3 are legally and factually strong enough for voters to weigh in. And after months of cleanup and uncertainty following the downtown Kennewick St. Patrick's Day fire, 1 local business is ready to finally welcome customers back. Earth Spirit Mystical Boutique officially reopened Sunday after spending 3.5 months repairing smoke and soot damage caused by the fire in the neighboring building. Also, a 9-year-old from Kennewick just set the kids' world record for longest plank at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 5 seconds. Whew. And Jack Sims now has the longest recorded plank in the 7 to 9 age bracket, which the previous was 51 minutes, and he beat it by an additional 10 minutes. On to what's trending over here. May the force be with you when it comes to this new Lego set. That's right, Lego revealed this Boba Fett figure from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. It features over 1,500 pieces and stands over 16 inches tall. It costs nearly $170 and goes on sale on August 1st. All right, wondering how long it might take to build that Lego piece. Well, we're going to take it now back over to Tiffany with a little summary on your weather forecast. Tiffany?
And today will be a little bit warmer than yesterday, Zoe, with highs in the lower 90s across the board. Winds on the light side, slight chance for an isolated storm in Hermiston and Pendleton and across northeast Oregon later on this afternoon as an upper level disturbance moves through. Tuesday, definitely an alert day possible on Wednesday for the potential for an increasing fire danger thanks to dry vegetation and gusty winds. Zoe?
Thank you so much for that, Tiffany. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest of these stories at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And Good Morning America is next, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Have a great day.